What are your thoughts on Disney Infinity shutting down, and will there be a price drop for people new to the series?
My thoughts on Disney Infinity shutting down and Disney in general no longer publishing are fairly negative, just because about 300 people lost their jobs, and that's never good. I kind of was worried or curious because they've been a company that every year has put out a new Disney Infinity 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. And they said that they weren't going to do a 4.0 this year, but instead they wanted to support all their fans, who had purchased up to 3.0. Just seemed a little odd to me. And then comes the news that, it's being shut down. So I don't think it's particularly great. I do think some licenses that they own could potentially get back into the right hands, and we could see interesting things done with those licenses. But for the people who lost their jobs, that's never something I want to read. Hopefully they all land on their feet. Will there be price drops for people new to the series? I think that's really going to depend. There are diehards for this game, and I can tell you that since I was expecting something different. I'm not going to say I predicted this. I was expecting a bunch of people trying to sell off their Disney Infinity toys, discs, etc., etc. If you don't know what Disney Infinity is, it's another one of those Skylanders type games or Lego Dimensions, where you get a portal and you get the toys and it adds to the game.
There's like a chip in it or something.
Yeah. And Disney said they closed it down because they saw no more room for growth in the toys to life market. But I've had the exact opposite. People have actually not been trying to sell these things off. People have been calling me a couple times a day looking for them. I think what we're going to find is a lot of people trying to get these late release Disney Infinity, because there are still, I believe, 2 more toy packs to come out that they are going to support. And I think a lot of these people are going to be looking for these late release ones. And I think not so much a price drop. I think this now suddenly finite supply of toys for you have to remember, this is Disney. There's hardcore fans. This isn't just like a Skylanders thing that could be forgotten in 15 years. This is Disney. This is going to, I think, perhaps, just based on the little bit of interaction I've had with fans of the series, there could become a collector's market for this, and that never leads to price drops.
So they're also shutting down. So they're shutting this down. They're also shutting down their in-house game development.
That's what I said. All publishing in-house, everything is done.
So what they're going to do is just, I guess they don't want to bring on the extra costs and risk of doing it themselves, or just licensing shit out to people.
Yeah, from now on.
Just license out your game ideas to people, which is no risk. Okay, you're going to pay us to make the game with our characters or our toys. That's fine. But it's just disappointing that they wouldn't just have someone else do the Infinity stuff instead of them. Like, have just another company do it. And they take the risk of producing it and distributing it and just, you know what I mean? Like, why just do that then if people still want it?
Right.
If it's still profitable, why give it up entirely? Then they do Star Wars ones and Marvel ones too.
Yeah. Everything that fell under the Disney line came into there.
It's really strange. Maybe they feel like it's coming to it. Maybe they feel like...
No, that's exactly what they said. They said that they no longer see any more growth in the toys to life market.
That's a shame. Do you think then to have maybe someone else will pick it up and say, hey, we'll take the risk, we'll do it, and they give it to someone else. I have no dog in that race, but it's always said have people lose their jobs, obviously. But things come to an end eventually, except for life. No, life does too. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
This is the podcast.